if you were to stop at 1 minute, just spend 1 minute breathing, being conscientious about your breath, clearing your mind. Maybe you have a mantra or an incantation that you can utilize. 1 minute a day, 1 minute a day, 60 seconds every single day would absolutely, unequivocally alter the quality of your life. My name is Marcell Hansen, and you're listening to Small Habits, Big Changes. Let's dive in. The likelihood that you will read or hear a 20, 30-second clip and it will change your life is highly unlikely. In my experience, consistent exposure over time is what makes a big impact. I guess you can liken it to so many different things. If you went to the gym every day for 15 minutes and did some sort of exercise versus you went to the gym once every 2-3 months and you worked out for like 8 hours, which do you think would provide you the most benefits? I think most people would say the consistent action, right? If you were to have everyday connection with someone you love, whether it's a pet or partner, friend, if you were able to touch base with them, 5-6 times a week and have short but meaningful conversations compared to, again, 2-3 times a year, you have a 5-hour long conversation. Arguably, you might get more out of the 5-hour conversation. It's arguable. Same as if you were exposed to positivity and optimism and state and strategy development each and every day versus you went to a workshop or went to a presentation once or twice a year. Again, somewhat arguable as to how enjoyable it would be. I think most people would lean towards the latter. If we're talking about overall impact and sustainability and creating healthy habits that sustain, you're again looking at the daily contribution. Suppose you wanted to become a better golfer, any sport actually, better at tennis, better football, soccer, football, any martial art, any musical instrument. Which provides more value to you? Practicing for 3 minutes every day or practicing for a whole weekend once or twice a year? I think most of these examples are very clear as to which one provides more stability, more consistency, helps build confidence, helps build competence, and really, I think, like compound interest, it's astronomical, the effects. They're almost immeasurable when it comes to maybe skill or relationship, communication, inspiration. A little bit easier to track where you're at as far as progress when it comes to a certain sport or athletic event or musical instrument. It's a little bit easier to gauge. When it comes to compound interest, it's very easy. And that's why those numbers are always astonishing. The examples of an 18-year-old putting away, $50 a month or what have you, compare and keeps that in until he's 60, right? And then the other guy who doesn't start until he's 28, but he puts in $300 a month. Seems like he would catch up, right? He's putting in 6 times the amount. But by the time he's 60 or 65, whatever date we've cut off, and he's competing against the compounding interest of that 18-year-old, he's nowhere near. I think he's at like 60%. Even though he put in so much more money, it was that he started putting it in 10 years later. Does it mean that you shouldn't invest because you're 10 years later than so-and-so? No, absolutely not. Invest. No matter what, invest in yourself. That's the best return on investment you'll ever get. But invest now. It's like that Chinese proverb of when the best time is to plant a tree was 20 years ago. So true. I mean, how many of us look and say like, if only we'd have really put in that money like we wanted into Tesla 20 years ago or into Apple, Google, Amazon. There's so many acquisitions that we could have made in hindsight that are amazing. Don't let your personal development and your personal growth be one of those. It's never too late to invest in yourself and to do it consistently is what I'd like to stress. Even 10 minutes a day. She's 1 minute a day. If you were to stop at 1 minute, just spend 1 minute breathing, being conscientious about your breath, clearing your mind. Maybe you have a mantra or an incantation that you can utilize. 1 minute a day, 1 minute a day, 60 seconds every single day would absolutely, unequivocally alter the quality of your life. If you started today, you could start right now. You could ignore the next 60 seconds of whatever I say and tune in to yourself. Take a deep breath in. Let it out nice and slow. Take a nice deep breath in. And let it out slowly. Repeat. And as you do this conscious breathing, as you're paying attention, you're aware of your inhalation, slight hold, and then an exhalation. Repeat that. Nice, slow breaths. You'll probably get 7, 8 of them in a minute, and then continue your day. Those 7 and 8 breaths, imagine they give you double time. Because I think respiration rate is, for me anyway, is around 16. Yet when I focus on my breath and I slow down the inhalation and even slower down the exhalation, I give my body a chance to kick into that parasympathetic, that rest and relaxation state where my body can recalibrate. You may not get it all done in a minute, and a minute is a great start. 60 seconds a day just to be with yourself, tune everything else out, focus on your breath, set an intention, an awareness in your consciousness, and then continue. Once a day, you pick the time, 60 seconds. The challenge is to try this out for the next 10 days without fail. If you forget or you fail to do the 60 seconds, then your days start over. Let's see how many texts it can get in the wellness community 10 days from today saying, I did it, and tell me what you learned from it. You'll only know on the other side of this experience what it has done for you. You can text your results. Text the word yes to 206-483-2960. Again, 206-483-2960. Text the word yes. You can sign up for our free texting wellness community, growing. If you can text a US number, this is a free community for you. You can share your wins, your challenges. I personally respond to you along with a few sparingly made announcements that I will send out to the entire community. I love to hear what you're up against, how we can help you, how we can provide you with, whether it's state changes, getting your mindset right, whether it's actually a strategy to implement. We have a lot of resources here for you. Please tap into them. They cost you nothing but your attention and time. And again, 60 seconds to absolutely revolutionize and change your way of being, how you see the world, how the world may see you, and just a bit day by day of beginning to leave the legacy that will sustain generations to come after you're done. And that's not a somber note. It's very exciting, actually, if you think of what 3 generations away will have access to if you provide it. It's very cool. You know, if I could have seen 100 videos or, presentations or even a day in the life of my great-great-grandfather, I'd be stoked. I think that's an amazing piece of technology that we're just coming into now, that's readily available to adapt with the use of AI and generated voice and video. We can do a lot nowadays to create our legacy, document our journey, and leave it for generations to come. So use your 60 seconds wisely. Focus on your breath. And again, Tony Robbins said 10 minutes, but if you don't have 60 seconds for yourself each and every day, I challenge you to consider the path you're on. and what exactly you're here for, why you are not placing yourself first. Without your own personal power, you are vastly limiting the service you could be to others. So focus on yourself first. It is not selfish. It is actually selfless, because at the end of the day, when you are running optimally, your mindset is right, your body is feeling great, you can be of more service and love more on those around you. I hope this has resonated with at least one of you out there. And if it has, please shoot us a message, leave us a comment if that's an option. You can rate or review the podcast wherever you're listening to it. And again, our texting community is a complete altruistic service to you all. And I look forward to engaging with you there. I wish you the very best of the rest of your afternoon and or evening, daytime, whenever you're listening. And until our next episode, take those 60 seconds each and every day and be awesome. Thank you so much for listening today. If you feel any part of this episode resonated with you, then please consider sharing it with a friend who may also find value in it. And remember to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And before you go, did you know we have a fantastic free text community? If you want more bite-sized health hacks and reminders delivered directly to your phone, absolutely free, then text keyword YES to 206-483-2960. Again, that's keyword YES to 206-483-2960. And we'll see you on the inside.